The next time, huwag ninyo akong parigin-rigin ng revolution. Naku, Diyos ko. Yan ang mas delikado sa COVID. Kaya kung magrevolusyon kayo, you will give me the free ticket to stage a counter-revolution. How I wish you would do it.
Good morning. Today is August 4th, and as we all know, this is going to be the implementation, the first day of implementation of the revived or fortified, modified, enhanced community quarantine. And as we've known so far over the past hours, we need to use the old quarantine pass that we've been using over the past months. And in my case, I still have to find where that quarantine pass is. All right, so we're gonna start using again the quarantine pass, and according to the government, as they say, it's gonna start today, the MACQ, and it's gonna run over the next 15 days. Now the question is it going to be extended? Now there's something that we need to know about this, because we know now that this is going to make the lives of workers a lot harder, as we've seen on social media, on Twitter in particular, Twitter, Facebook, and probably on some other social media platforms. A lot of Filipinos had to walk, and I really felt bad when I've seen online on social media, like I said, that thousands, probably tens of thousands of Filipinos had to work. That's how messed up our situation is today, and the crisis is not yet over. We're still in the middle of the crisis, and we're going back to MACQ from GCQ. And let me just tell you this, there's a lot of things that this crisis has revealed so far. Internationally, it revealed the fact that the WHO is not accountable at all, and it cannot be trusted, that the WHO is compromised by China. It's under the spell of China. And it's a good thing that America defunded the WHO. All right, that's a good move on the part of the United States. And it also revealed the fact that China can never be trusted. China has used its powers in order to nationalize some other companies, manufacturing companies, in order to control PPEs and other pharmaceutical companies within China. And also the fact that it cannot be trusted when it comes to the information it provides to the world or the public. All right, a lot of things, especially the fact that the manufacturing companies need to go out of China. These are international companies. And we've learned so far over the past months that Japan, for example, decided to pay its own manufacturing companies in order to get out of China and reestablish in Japan and elsewhere in Asia. And the United States also mandated its own manufacturing companies to get out of China. Other countries are following suit. It's going to drain China, and I tell you that this is going to be economically devastating to China. Now, when it comes to local issues, it reveals a lot of things. It reveals the fact that President Duterte is afraid of China. When it comes to talking about pasaway Filipinos, about us, pasaways, Duterte is so brave, he's so brash, he's so bold. And it also reveals the fact that we have an incompetent government that doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't know how to resolve the issue. That we have a government that is simply good at implementing draconian rules, but when it comes to issues that are material and relevant to the welfare of the people, we cannot trust the government. All right. Also, the president has been praising China over the past months. Okay, let's look at the videos. Duterte praised Xi Jinping during coronavirus briefing. All right, here's the video, here's the receipt. He's been praising China over the past years in order to appease China. All right, so who actually is the enemy? All right, Who actually is the enemy? When let's juxtapose Duterte and Trump, how they deal with their own people and the real enemy. All right. On the part of Trump, Trump knows that there is only one country to blame, and that is China. Okay, and that is China. Trump knows that China, despite the fact that it spread the virus throughout the world by allowing Chinese to travel, China closed Beijing and other areas in China. It protected its own citizens, its own elite, while lying to the world, while the WHO lied to the world. If we're going to check on the tweet of WHO on January 14th, WHO lied to the world by saying that the coronavirus cannot be transmitted from human to human. And it got information from China. And according to reports and documents and whistleblowers, according to doctors, Chinese doctors who revealed this information by risking their lives, okay, the Chinese officials knew that the virus can be transmitted from humans to humans long before January 14. But despite having the information, it destroyed all these samples, the virus samples and test samples, and it provided misinformation to WHO, which then lied to the world. Both of them lied to the world, China and WHO. And Trump knows that. That's the reason why President Trump terminated its relation with WHO and also attacked China for the Wuhan virus. He even said it's Kung flu, China virus, etc. And I'm calling it CCP virus. So here's his very, very solid, strong statement 2 months ago when President Trump attacked China and WHO for lying to the world, for covering up the crimes and criminal neglect of China. Here's President Trump talking.
Despite only paying $40 million per year compared to what the United States has been paying, which is approximately $450 million a year. We have detailed the reforms that it must make and engage with them directly, but they have refused to act. Because they have failed to make the requested and greatly needed reforms, we will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization and redirecting those funds to other worldwide and deserving urgent global public health needs. The world needs answers from China on the virus. We must have transparency. Why is it that China shut off infected people from Wuhan to all other parts of China? It went nowhere else. It didn't go to Beijing. It went nowhere else. But they allowed them to freely travel throughout the world, including Europe and the United States. The Chinese government has continually violated its promises to us and so many other nations. These plain facts cannot be overlooked or swept aside. The world is now suffering as a result of the malfeasance of the Chinese government.
Trump is stating absolute facts here, and because of that, he was attacked by the pro-Beijing, pro-CCP fake news liberal media in the US. He was called a racist for closing travels from China to United States. He was called a xenophobic, and a lot of names by the Democrats and liberals. And Joe Biden, his apparent contender for presidency on November, this coming November. So we know that Trump is the only one fighting against China, and we have a president who kept praising China. He never uttered a single critical word against China, not even during his sauna. And if you notice during his Sona, when it comes to attacking his critics, the Drilon, Franklin Drilon, the oligarchs, the pasaway, the criminals, etc., when it comes to attacking the Filipino people, Duterte was so brash and bold and so brave and courageous. But when it comes to China, when he pivoted to China, the latter part of his speech, he was so mild. He mellowed down. Okay, he mellowed or toned down his speech. Okay, he became soft. He became careful saying things about China because he might get misinterpreted by China. He said, "No, we're not gonna. If we're gonna provoke China, we're gonna go to war, etc., etc." So we have a president that is so afraid of China that he's so afraid to even speak one critical word against or about China. Okay, so who's actually the enemy? Is it the virus, or is it the Filipino people? Is it Chinese criminal negligence, Chinese cover up, or the Filipino people? And we've seen so far today. Okay, when I went to social media, I've seen a lot of videos that is so saddening, so frightening, that a lot of millions, probably tens of thousands of Filipinos in Metro Manila alone, probably millions all over the country, are suffering because of this virus. Not only the fact that they're not able to travel because only those with private cars and motorbikes bikes can travel this time to go to work. I'm so lucky that I'm working at home, but as we can see, we have a lot of Filipinos who are unable to go to work because they don't have public transport available. It's totally banned. And well, I've learned that Vice President Leno Robredo offered free rides, and probably he tapped the help of the private sector in order to provide free ride to Filipino workers. And these Filipino workers are frontliners. Okay, it's not just the health workers who requested that the MECQ be retained or revived. All of the workers today who are fueling our failing economy are heroes. All of us are frontliners. I pay my taxes. I contribute to the economy of the Philippines by buying local. If you are working and paying taxes during this pandemic, you are a hero. You are contributing a lot to the Filipino nation. If the 30 supporter is going to tell you, anong ambag mo? All right? Anong ambag mo? Speaking up to the powers that be, is not something that you need to be ashamed of or you should be ashamed of. In fact, you should be proud of it, because as long as you're not violating the law, as long as you're not contributing to the problem in this country, you need to be proud of who you are or what you can say, whether it be in social media, because we are all, especially if you're a taxpayer. So what really pissed me off is this news about this military guy who posted a very insensitive, very terroristic post on social media, and it was captured by Rappler. And here's the news coming from Rappler, and it says it's not actually a military guy. I'm sorry, I need to take that back. It's actually Quezon City Task Force Disciplina Head, Ronnie Lodovica. Okay, and it was captured by Rappler, like I said, and he threatened shoot to kill policy for MECQ violators. All right, who is actually the enemy? All right, so you're gonna kill a lot of people. So here, that's what he posted. Okay, it was screenshot by netizens, probably captured by Rappler, and he said, "Mula bukas, shoot to kill na ang lalabag sa MECQ." All Right, let's see how he spun it. Okay, how he tried to defend himself. So he said, mula bukas, shoot to kill na ang lalabag sa MECQ starting tomorrow. All MECQ violators are gonna face shoot to kill. That's what he said. And then, okay, so that's the news all about. But then, according to him, he tried to defend himself and he blamed the media. So it's so convenient for all of these government officials to blame anyone who's going to report their stupidity, anyone who's going to expose their criminal conduct. All right. So from ABS-CBN, so he posted this on social media as well. Isang paglalinaw hinggil sa aking personal na Facebook post. He said his personal Facebook post. So if it's your personal Facebook post, then why the hell post it? And when you posted that, were you acting as a government, official, or that's just your personal opinion? And who the hell are you to post something like that if that's your personal opinion? Are you above the law now? Okay, if you're not posting that as a public official, then what gave you the power, the right and authority to post something like that as a private citizen? And now, he's blaming Rappler. Lumalabas sa Rappler News Online ang aking personal na post laban sa mga lalabag sa modified enhanced community quarantine protocols ng pamahalaan. Bilang paglilinaw, walang polisiya ganito ang... So if there's no policy, shoot-to-kill policy of the local government, then where the hell did you get that idea that it's going to be all MECQ violators starting tomorrow or today are going to face shoot-to-kill? Where the hell did you get that? Aren't you inciting the violence now? Aren't you the one being paranoid? Aren't you the one trying to commit a crime? I don't know. Anong pinaglalaban mo? Something like that. What the hell are you talking about? So he said, ang aking personal Facebook post lamang ang ang aking personal Facebook post lamang ang pinagbatayan ng Rappler. So where the hell should they base it on? On someone else's Facebook post? The post itself shows mula bukas shoot to kill ang lalabag sa MECQ. So what's malicious there by posting something that a public official, okay, by including in a news article, a post made by a public official, that's not malicious. What's malicious is your post and your brain-deadness, right? That's malicious. So he's saying malicious ang impormasyon. Ito upang palabasin na ito ay formal na kautusan. Nobody is saying that that's a formal policy of the government. When I read that, I didn't even suspect that that's a policy of the local government, because I don't think the local government of Quezon City is stupid enough to implement that kind of stupid terroristic policy. So he's the only one, this guy, QC Task Force Discipline Head, Ronnie Ludovica, is the one malicious here. And it's so stupid. And he's so mendacious as well. Imagine his arrogance to even lie to the world, to the Filipino people, and even blame in news media for simply putting out a screenshot of his personal statement. So if it's your personal statement, Mr. Ludovica, then why even post it? Okay? Where are you getting this authority to even post that type of personal statement? Who are you if you are posting it as a private citizen? Where do you get your arrogance, yung kapalmoks mo, di ba? These are evil people. Okay, they're not helping at all. And I couldn't even imagine how these people got their job as public servants, right? The fact that they had the audacity to post something like this and then lie about it and blame others. That's gaslighting. And only psychopaths can have that thick face and a poker face to say and lie to the people, to say something like that, to defend oneself with such a lie by blaming others. Okay, you know, and it made me more, it made me more livid when I saw what's going on. Because let me just show you the videos right now. So I'm supposed to be showing you just videos of people, of Filipinos who were unable to go to work. Okay, some of them had to walk, probably a few thousands, tens of thousands, I don't know. But here's the news coming from DZMM. Let's show each of them. So public transport has been banned actually, but there's a long line of public vehicles sa San Mateo Batasan PNP checkpoint this first day of MACQ and other nearby provinces. So there's inspections going on. So this is what's going on right now, is stricter inspections and checkpoints, etc. So that's the post coming from this stupid, brain dead, terroristic, with terroristic mentality, QZ task force. And not only that, let me just show you something, because I've seen this as well. Wherein there's this military official, so I somehow interchanged the name here, about a military official who, this one, who's eyeing to regulate social media. The newly appointed AFP chief, Gilbert Gapay, said he's eyeing to regulate social media using the Anti-Terrorism Act. All right. Are you even a lawmaker to do that? Your job is simply to implement the law, not to misinterpret the law according to your own malicious mentality or interpretation of the law, according to your own psychopathic beliefs or ideology. If it's not intended by the law to terrorize the people, okay, terrorize or to use social media, or to even regulate social media using the Anti-Terrorism Act, then why even suggest that you can do it, right? So that's one thing. So they're considering, the government is considering that us netizens are the enemy of the people, the enemy of the government. All right, who's actually the enemy of the people? It's the virus, and whoever is spreading the virus, who helped spread the virus. If China is proven to be the one that intentionally spread the virus, whoever global leader that helped or enabled China, and probably one of them is, our local politicians, are also accountable, right? And I hope that the global governments, Trump and other governments, are going to push for the investigation of China, all right? And some other news that we have today, let me just show you. So that's one of them. So it's all in motorbikes, actually, as you can see. This is Marcos Highway, and before you get through the checkpoint, the police officers are gonna look for your ID to make sure that whatever your intention to go to the other side of the road is gonna be essential. Okay, so they're looking for riders who have essential movement purposes. So okay, so another one from DZMM, this guy,
Alas 3 po. Alas 7 pa naman, pero inaga ako na lang para siguradong makarating agad. Kailangan ko magtrabaho ngayon kasi kahit walang masakyan, maglalakad lang ako para lang may pakain sa pamilya. Alas 3 po.
Well, they shut down public transport in the name of MACQ without giving these people an alternative way to get to work. And well, probably there are some agencies, some parts of the government that are trying to help these stranded workers. I hope so. And there's this news story of this construction worker walking 18 kilometer, in order to get to work. So this is the news story about Vice President Lenny Robredo reviving free shuttle services for health workers. But the thing is, that's just for health workers. How about the other frontliners? Okay, as I said, the security guard, in the video earlier, construction workers. So this guy walking at 2 a.m. started walking from Batasan Hill in Quezon City. He's a construction worker, and he needs to get to work at Brixton, Pasig, his work site. Saddening, really, that a lot of our fellow Filipinos had to endure this. Okay, another thing. So even back ride is no longer allowed. Back ride is no longer allowed. I don't know. Let's check on that. So they're now prohibiting back ride. So here, let me just check here. Free shuttle for frontliners. So yeah, even back riding is prohibited. Wow. So this guy.
Alas 3 po.
So that's a security guard, etc. So thousands of people are having the same predicament today and over the next few days. And this is an Uncensored Asian vlog, and have a good one to all of you.